Hey guys, what's happening? I'm taking a service call. I came to this account to look at something else and replace a circuit board after a power storm that fried a circuit board. And I was told about a noise coming from another piece of equipment. So I said, let me go investigate it now because it's a noise. Is it an easy fix? Is it tough? So I want to see and make my customer happy. So you can probably hear it. I can feel the vibration in the room actually. Let's take a look. And yeah, I'm pretty sure ductwork gave that term for duck. Okay, I know. Stupid humor, but I get a kick out of it. This is a Carrier room top unit. Sounds like the blower motor almost hit my head on that ductwork because I didn't duct. Now, this is an older Honeywell thermostat. Let's turn off cooling. Okay, I still hear the noise. Still hear the noise. Blower motor, okay? This unit has two motors, one for the blower motor to bring air from the return duct into the supply. Yep, definitely blower motor. Okay, so there's that. Then there's a condenser fan motor as well, but that one's belt driven, and that could also do that with bad bearings or a belt or just a squirrel cage out of balance. Now, I don't want to really get off topic here, but these older thermostats, such as this, they contain mercury. If you ever go to throw these away, take them to your local HVAC supply house. They have a disposal bin, hazmat type stuff, because mercury is very toxic. Don't quote me on this, but I got to look it up. Mercury, one drop, this is a couple drops, can contaminate, I believe it's 5,000 gallons of water, one droplet. So it's pretty insane. So it's very, very toxic stuff. But yeah, take them to your local HVAC supply house. Now, one thing I'd like to show you with this older thermostat, and a lot of older technicians and people who have been out there in a while, technicians have seen this. Now, okay, well, so your bulb right there, it's closed. It made the connection. It's open, broke the connection, okay? All it's doing is jumpering in between those two little points inside the bulb, okay? It was a pretty simple setup. Worked real well, okay? And then they got the bimetal plate and all that, and as it heats up, it turns it, okay? And then you got your anticipator, but I don't want to get into that either. It's setting up your gas valve and all that for heat and whatnot. So anyways, they used to have a jumper bar in between these, okay? A jumper bar. Now, it would jam up, okay? From time to time, allowing it to slide back and forth, it would jam up. Now, the reason for the jumper bar and why you see a gap there, that's for differential, okay? So you cannot set cooling 70 degrees and heat 70 degrees. There's basically a gap, okay? A temperature gap in between. Say right now that's at estimating 66, that's at 70, okay? They don't want them on top of one another. You want a difference in between so it's not heat, cool, boom, 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 back and forth. So, and you could set up the differential different depending on your location, and people just take out that jumper bar over time because it kept jamming up. So that just gives you a little lesson on there. Now, let's take this unit apart. Well, first lock out, tag out. Then we're going to open up that ceiling and remove the panel to gain access to the blower motor. So I'm trying to remember, is that belt driven? It's been so long since I had to work on that. Could be a loose belt. It could be a bad set of bearings. It could be a squirrel cage out of balance. Could be a bolt or something that held onto the bracket. Could be broke and it's throwing it off balance and shaking everything. But it's not going to fix itself, people. So let's take a look. Yeah, pretty tight. Okay. A little dusty. Now, this particular unit, I'm gonna get my lights up in here. Get up in there. Okay, this is a direct drive motor. Direct drive, there is no belts, no pulleys. Now, there's your evap coil, and there your compressor is over here, actually, up inside this unit. Okay, let's see. I see a little bit of mold on there. That does happen. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna step up on my OSHA approved tool bucket. Okay, brackets are. They look okay. This is a belly band type. Goes around, clamps onto the motor, just uses compression, and then you got the feet right here. So, okay, well, that seems solid. Okay, that's might be missing a bolt or screw. I'm trying to feel that blower there. Trying to feel for bad bearings here. Really tough in there. Ooh. Are we missing? Ooh. Aha. There it is. Let me switch around the camera here and put my light on there. Okay, guys. So now let's see here. Now this is the squirrel cage. This is what actually, it's got like a cup to the squirrel cage. That's that wheel that rotates up there to throw air out into space. Okay, it's called a squirrel cage. Now we're missing a louver there. We're missing one of those blades. Okay, probably from rust and corrosion, wear and tear. You could see it's missing. See that there? Okay, so that little bit is throwing your balance off. Okay. Okay, you would think it would be something more catastrophic, but no, it doesn't take much to throw them out of balance. And if you don't believe me, take those wheel weights off of your car tires, see what happens. Get a little vibration going down the road. Now, okay, this unit's older, so I'm gonna get my model serial number and I'm gonna order up, well, probably won't come off that shaft either. Let's check our bearings here. So far, the bearings actually feel good on this motor. But honestly, I can take this right out of here, take it out, drop it down, try to take that off the shaft and see if there's play to those bearings. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to replace this motor with that squirrel cage. It wouldn't be a bad idea because most likely that isn't coming off there that easily. Sometimes it's just not worth the aggravation versus just installing a new motor. So, okay, let me try to drop it out of here and jump on this here. Now there's two more bolts holding that up. It's always good, fogging up. It's always good to get the worst ones first so you're not struggling, okay? Little tech tip there. You learn by your mistakes, at least I do. Okay, so our power, I already clipped it. I verified we're locked out, tagged out. I did test it on the thermostat to verify we were off, and we're good now. So, I'm gonna pour it. Okay, here we go, everybody. I'll set this down here on some cardboard that I strategically placed below. Okay, so there's our squirrel cage. Missing a blade. It's probably just laying right up there in the ductwork. But that little bit throws the balance off. I know it doesn't look like much, but that's what it is. So I'm gonna grab some lubricant, some PB Blaster or WD-40. I'm going to lubricate this on both sides. And I'm going to attempt to take this off because I want to check out that motor, make sure we're good. And I got to make a call to the manufacturer, Carrier, to see if they have this actual wheel because this unit is up there in age. I mean, more than 20, well, I don't even know. Ooh, a little dirty. So, all right. I got to look for that blade, everybody. Okay, so I grabbed some lubricant This is called Rust Breaker. Okay, I've used this for a little while. It's got very low odor. PB Blaster and Aerocroil and stuff, they kind of have a harsh scent to them. So in some spaces like offices, I don't like to use them. If you do use those, use some evap cleaner or degrease, something to rinse it off, like Simple Green or something. Now, let's see, we got our set screw up on top here. Okay, there's a set screw up on top. It's a square head screw. So you got two options. You could use a refrigeration ratchet wrench. Okay, put that on there. That's nice. Got some good leverage. Or you could use, this is a 5/16 speed wrench. You can put that on here. But let's go ahead and hit it with this lubricant. Put that on top. We'll take that set screw out, and then I'm gonna lubricate the shaft on top. So hopefully that seeps down in there. Give it a few minutes. Then follow it up. I can also use, let me zoom in on this one. This is a hub wheel puller, okay? Up inside of here, if you can see, there is this shaft itself, okay? Now what goes on is, this is from Sensible Products, okay? You set this over top of that hub, you tighten up these Allen screws or whatever that is, hex head, bolts, okay? It locks in on that shaft, and then you go ahead and twist this in, use a 3/4 inch wrench, and it'll push down, grab on the shaft, push down on that motor so it'll separate, okay? Let's go ahead and do that. Now you just got to use two hands and turn this counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. If you're looking at it, counterclockwise. There we go. Actually, surprised that come loose that quickly. All right, you're going to go ahead and take that key out of there, that set screw. Don't lose it, because I don't know if the next wheel has one, but I always carry a universal kit of these, okay? Square head, okay? I have a universal pack of these and keyways and circlips and all kinds of stuff. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, back this out all the way, okay? So you could just see that tip. Now, you do not, I repeat, you do not, right where that set screw was, don't stick this down on there because it'll throw it off center. So, and you just go ahead and tighten these up evenly. Okay, so what happened is it clamped down on that shaft, okay? It's down on there. Now, you can watch in through this little window. Let me see if I can zoom in actually here. Okay, so down in that hole, all right, you'll see that little dot. Let me try to cameraman. So what I'm doing is I'm just twisting this down till it seats, and then I will hold this firmly, and as you can see, that is dropping down into that center hole. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my 3/4 wrench and crank down on this, and it should slide this whole wheel right up off that motor shaft. Oh, please tell me it's that easy. It doesn't always happen like this, folks, I'm telling you. There's a lot of times. There we go. Boom. Check that out. All good. Okay, now, the motor shaft that's on there. As you can see, it's pretty rusty. Maybe they put anti-seize on here because that's a different motor. Bearings are good. Smooth. I guess we must have caught it in time. So That's good. I'm gonna call the manufacturer, see if I can get a new wheel ordered up here. And hopefully today I'll get this up and running because I gotta replace a circuit board on another unit at this time, so. I'm just trying to get the ball rolling on this one. Sometimes we multitask, so. There we go. So, all right, squirrel cage, okay? Actually, you could see the angle of those louvers, okay? Okay, there you go. Okay, guys, the new squirrel cage is on order at this time. Due to COVID, things are tough to get, okay? Circuit boards and multiple different parts. But also this unit's from 1994. It's getting up there in age. It depends your location in the world and the environment, how long the equipment's gonna last. Installation, how well you're maintaining it, you know, it's just is what it is. So some systems can last longer than others, but once they get up there in age, it's tougher to get parts in general. Just like a car. My personal vehicle is a 99 Ford Ranger. I'm still the original owner. I bought it when I was 17 and I'm 38. So as long as you take care of things, usually they'll last. But if parts go bad on it, it's gonna be tougher to get. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get this part and we'll get this finished. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe. Hey guys, good morning. Finally got my parts for that unit causing all the vibration. Okay, we got a brand new squirrel cage. Okay, all nice and true. Everything looks good. You can roll it across the floor. Looks nice and smooth. Now, to recap, our old squirrel cage was missing one of the vanes, one of the turning vanes, okay? Air will come in from one side, spool up, and discharge down the ductwork, okay? Off these louvers. It's throwing the air, okay? So you can see they're cupped. I have seen where people have done drywall work, neglected to change the air filter, or there was no filter, and all this, the cups inside of here, if you can see in there, were perfectly straight. It's all plugged up with drywall dust. But anyways, so it's missing one, throwing the balance off. Okay, so imagine taking a wheel weight off of your car tire and driving down the road. You're gonna get some shimmying going on there. That's why they do wheel weights. These ones, they crimp on these little weights on here, okay? Because they balance them from factory. Now, since we got our new wheel, I'm gonna go ahead and take that little set screw, I'm gonna back it all the way up, okay? Back it all the way up, okay? Now, I'm gonna use some Loctite. Loctite, I swear by this stuff. I've seen so many blower motors and fan blades just randomly either spin off that shaft and round off the motor shaft, or just fly right off a piece of equipment because somebody didn't put Loctite on the set screw. So you just put a little drop on there, okay? You just twist that in till it's about ready to come out, and then you can go ahead and stick it right on the motor. Okay guys, so on top of this shaft here, you can see that it's not perfectly round, okay, all the way around. There's a flat spot right there, okay, see that? Now, the reason why, that's where your key goes from inside the motor. It'll actually spin down and hold it and lock it on that shaft to keep the wheel from sliding back and forth, okay? Now, some people wonder, oh, where was it at? Was it all the way down here? Was it up here? Where was it at? Well, you could either take a picture, you can memorize, or look at the little imprint, okay? See that little imprint? That's from the old set screw that was touching there. So basically, and it ran that way for how many years? Most likely, that's the perfect spot for it. So that's all we got to do is basically just line this up and get that on top. Now this has taken off the heavy rust that was sitting here, and since the parts were on order, because that rust expands and it makes it tougher to get on there because tolerances are pretty tight. You don't always have to get it perfect, but try to get it close. You don't want to struggle in this field. We got enough stuff to struggle on in life. Okay, so Now, anti-seize, it's a good rust inhibitor, protects against the corrosion and elements, and allows the parts to come off a lot easier. There we go. That's good. Now, we can use our refrigeration ratchet wrench, okay? It's a multi-tool, basically. It's got multiple different sizes. Sometimes these will not fit. Now, I'm going to use the German torque method, which is good and tight. So remember, tight is tight, too tight's broken. So actually, it'd be easier if I push in my situation. So this should be just about good. There we go. Now, you don't need to put a pry bar on there, everybody. Just make it nice and snug. If you want, a little bit of anti-seize right on top there. Okay. Okay, guys, before we put this motor in, it's a good time to look at this drain pan. Okay? Nobody wants a callback. Okay? So I'm going to use just this little scraper here. I'm going to break his stuff up, and I'm going to get my vacuum cleaner and suck it out. You don't want it going down your drain. You're just asking for problems then. All right, I got to use two hands on this, everybody.
That's right. I'm a man of my word. Go above and beyond. That's customer service right there, guys. Above and beyond.
Guys, I got this all vacuumed out. You could see it's a lot better, and the drain pan's just rotting out. It's just age, corrosion, just how it is. Okay, now you're probably wondering, why do I have warped floor tile up against here? Okay, that's old, I guess, vinyl flooring or whatever, linoleum, who knows. Anyways, it's warped, so the customer's not going to use it anymore. But I'm protecting my evap coil. Why? Well, this is a product I used one time before. I got to actually post the video on it. I used it on a 15-ton packaged rooftop unit. The drain pan was rotting out. My customer was going to buy a new unit. It's just simply buying some time until the weather cools off here in Pittsburgh, because we are pretty hot and humid right now. Now, this product, it prevents against like vibrations. It adds a little insulated barrier to metal, because when metal gets extremely cold, and it's hot out and humid out, it will sweat and drip, so it gets messy. This product is a little bit messy, and it would be nice to spray if you can open a window, because a little bit of harsh smell, but can't have everything, people. And give it at least 1 hour before any water contacts it, so that'll be fine. It'll give me time to write up paperwork after spraying this. So, okay, guys, I got to put on my safety glasses and crack open a window. Yeah, crack open a window. Just make a few passes. Kind of like undercoats. Okay. All right, I got to use two hands on this, everybody. Okay, guys, so I got that all sprayed in there, and I just ran out in that can, but I protected my evap coil and my filter dryer. So, okay, that should extend the life a little bit more and let this drain pan drain properly with less restriction. Okay. All right. Our new motor is set into place. We have our 7/16 screws all fastened. It's in the correct rotation. Make sure it's free and clear before you initiate power, because you don't want to start it and have it clink, 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 and rip up the new squirrel cage or damage the motor or break the brackets free. It's not a bad idea to also check your mounting brackets as well, because that was a lot of vibration. So, okay, I'm going to go check those, and I'm going to wire this bad boy up and fire it up. Okay, guys, moment of truth. Let's try our fan first. Off of there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're sounding good. Nice. Nice, we're blowing. We're blowing. Quiet. Smooth, that's what we want. That's what we want. Let's engage cooling, everybody. Bam. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bump that thing down to 74-ish. That's why I put a little line on these things. I love digital. I don't really care for these, for those old stats. Okay guys, that unit's up and running. Everything's good and smooth. I don't know, just give it time to cool. I'm gonna write up paperwork while allowing it to cool. I'm gonna save that old blower wheel to show my customer what exactly failed, because equipment's getting up there in age. I mean, it is what it is, and it's just like the body. It just, things break down over time. It doesn't matter how well you take care of yourself. The older you get, well, the more chances you're gonna start breaking down. So life expectancy of equipment depends on your location and atmosphere of the unit. Here in Pittsburgh, 18 years-ish. I've seen them last 30 years. This one's probably 20, but it's getting up there in age. So always make your customer aware of that situation. I did give that coating to the drain pan. Now I did that on my own because this is one of my newer accounts and I want less callbacks. So by doing that, that'll prevent that drain pan from rotting out a little bit. Just kind of buying them time, but always make your customer aware of that stuff. And also touching ceiling tile. I know I've heard a lot from customers over the years, like they don't like seeing that, so try to keep your hands clean. It's a good product from Viper. I mean, good job, you guys. All contractors, please get your technicians some type of hand wipes. This one in particular I like. It's got a good odor. It feels almost like a pumice, like a sandy grit on this, but it cleans really well. So you can use it to wipe off your walls and stuff too. So from Viper, good job, you guys. Thank you very much for watching HVAC Explained, and hopefully you're learning. Thank you for every comment, troubleshooting tips, techniques, feedback. I like hearing it. So if I miss something, let me know. I'll see. I probably have a video on it. I just need to cut and edit. I just need time to do it, guys. So thank you once again. Have a great day.